Everyone, this one's called the silent hack YouTubers used to hook you. So we're gonna have to check it out. 1.4 million views.
This YouTuber has gone from a shy and awkward creator to one of the most loved and fastest growing on the platform. Aaron, more famously known as Mr. Who's the Boss, started out making tech videos and eventually exploded.
Oh yeah, they definitely got the style here. Wish I had my oldest videos on my channel, man, but most of them are deleted now. I do have one from like 6 years ago, though.
Produce content covering the stranger side of him. But for 4 years, he had a gigantic problem holding him back. And if he hadn't fixed it...
He's actually copying... He has the same style of videos that Mr. Who's the Boss is doing.
The channel would never have hit its true potential. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Atlantic, another tech YouTuber, Marcus Brownlee, had exactly the same problem.
Why does he have it on there, bro?
Exactly the same retention hack that caused exactly the same result. What did they both change that enabled them to get millions of...
I don't think Martin has the same editing style, but his is a little bit different.
Views. Well, before we look at that, we need to analyse the problem they both had to solve if they were ever to stand a chance on YouTube. And it was made clear due to a man called Albert. In the 60s, he established that the way humans communicate is 55% non-verbal, 38% vocal, and only 7% down to the words you say. Yeah, so basically your body language, your facial expression, and your tone, all of these things impact how your video's information is interpreted and received by your viewer. It's even more powerful than the words you speak.
For real. But most of us are just chilling in our, like, computer, chairs, man.
I know, right? Groovy. And that is what drives...
That probably is not for, like,
One sec.
And that's probably not for, like, internet. Like, that's probably super outdated. I don't know.
And it's why Aaron and Marquez struggled for years, because they only communicated with 7% of their power. But how did they fix this? And what are they doing now that makes their videos 10 times more addictive to watch? There are 3 things we're going to look at that transformed them. The basic, the necessary, and the downright impressive. Let's start with the basics and see if you can spot it on screen now. Both of these creators have not just solved the issue, but mastered it. You see, when people start making videos, they hit record and they feel uncomfortable. Why? Because we overestimate the stakes of communicating to others. And we think things...
Dude, I felt uncomfortable for so many years before actually doing this, guys.
Things like this. I'm just not credible enough for this. If people argue with what I say, I am not good looking enough for YouTube. Which causes anxiety.
What the heck?
And unfortunately, because almost 90% of communication is non-verbal, that fear is what the viewers pick up on, and the result of that is catastrophic. I mean, have a watch of this, and let me know if you squirm.
I still be scared going live every day, man.
A little bit.
Okay, hi YouTube, Mr. Who's the Boss here. And in this video, we're going to be comparing some...
Yeah, he's got the same... He has got the same voice.
His PlayStation Vita with Nintendo's Game Boy Color.
So how did Aaron and Marquez fix this? Let me make this simple solution clear on screen now. You see that? These guys don't talk to camera anymore. They conduct their words with very slow but deliberate hand movements, and that strengthens their message. They keep their palms open, which has been proven to be easier on the eye and more welcoming to viewers, and they avoid covering their vital organs, as this is what we do as a survival mechanism when we're nervous. This allows...
For real, I'm going to try that out, man. I gotta try that out.
Viewers to latch on to our points. But it also disguises our anxieties and sets a video up.
I didn't expect this to be like a body language analysis kind of thing.
To have much higher retention as a result, but there's more. An experiment was conducted where a group of people were asked to watch a Wile E. Coyote cartoon and then record what they had seen. The catch being one half of the group had their arms tied behind their backs. And what they discovered was the group of people tied up actually found it harder to describe what happened in the cartoon. And they said,
well, I would as well. That's freaking super traumatizing.
Yeah, it was about this bear.
Have you ever been arrested? Like, dude.
Dog? Trying to catch an Eskimo. So hand gestures don't just allow viewers to take on information easier, but they help you keep the beat of your speech and make finding your words a lot easier, which in turn hooks a viewer. And what's funny is 4 years into Aaron's journey, he actually fixed this issue. But unfortunately, he decided to shoot his video on a close...
Dang, 4 years to start freaking making good videos.
Like this, which meant his hands never really made it into shot. And Marquez, believe it or not, did exactly the same thing in his journey too. They were so close. Excuse the pun. But what if you're not on camera? What if you're just using a voice? Is all this power lost? Which takes us on nicely to the second thing the guys do to build retention. Let's demonstrate it in an old clip from Mr. Who's the Boss.
The future is a really exciting place.
2016 is going to bring huge amounts of technology, which is going to change the way we
Dude, that's such a, like, that's like an S6 or something, man.
actually live our lives.
That might be the least exciting clip about an exciting thing I think I've
Hey, I kind of liked it.
ever heard. But listen to him now.
Welcome to 17 of the wildest inventions, from fierce to fantastical to straight up untamed.
Okay, that's better. I'm not
What
gonna.
a guy. To harness the 38% of communication that is vocal, these guys don't say words, but they express them. And that means that even when it's a voiceover, your viewers are understanding your words on the level you intended. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to present the same lines in 3 different
Nice, but it's not always required, everyone. You know what I mean?
ways. Mr. Who is the Boss is probably one of the greatest YouTubers ever. Mr.
For sure, man. I've just now caught up on his, like, started watching him like 4 months ago, and man, he's a good. He makes good videos.
Who is the Boss is probably one of the greatest YouTubers ever. Mr. Who is the Boss is probably one of the greatest YouTubers ever. Simply using more emphasis on one word in a sentence can make it mean something completely different. And that extra emphasis lets people know what to be excited about. Hides
Mr. Who's the Boss always be making videos about Apple.
any of your nerves, and it's
products.
a very powerful retention hack that these guys use all of the time. But we're just scratching the surface. This next thing I'm going to show you is probably one of the most mind-blowing retention hacks I've ever seen on YouTube. But before we get onto that, I want to talk to you about the thing these YouTubers do.
I thought he was gonna promote his sponsor right there, man.
That is the exact opposite of some of the biggest creators on the planet. And it's all because of this.
There's a lot of other YouTubers that do the over-the-top, exuberant, like 150% version of themselves. My evolution hasn't gone towards that because I don't find that it actually makes the videos better. So to me, the tech is the star of the show, so I'm not trying.
There we go, fam. I like Marcus as well, man. So he does kind of make it a little bit over the top. Look at all the phones right there, but not as
to make me
the same
more
as
interesting.
Mr. Beast or Mr. Who's the Boss.
Most of what I'm focused on is sharing the tech.
For a creator to admit they're not the star of their own channel is tough. But it's smart, and that's what makes his channel so amazing, because he knows what his viewers really care about. So to avoid overpowering that, everything he does is steady and calculated. And in YouTube terms,
Whoa! That's an Xbox product.
it's slow. But Marcus has figured out the style that works for his viewers, and that is a retention beast. And actually, Aaron is the same. He's calm and he's reassuring. But Aaron, even though things were going amazing, still had a massive problem. Marques. You see, there will only ever be one Marques Brownlee, and that means anyone out there who's just copying his style will only ever become a watered down version of him at the very best.
Facts, bro. Facts. Once you're at the top, it's hard to, lose your crown, man. He's getting so many views.
So for Aaron to ensure he didn't ride in the MKBHD wake, he had to do something to differentiate. And wow, did he do just that, with probably some of the most amazing retention hacks I have ever seen. And they're one of the biggest reasons every video he makes now gets millions and millions.
Facts. See, look, Apple video, 1, 2, and 3. 3 Apple videos. But because the Samsung Galaxy dropped, there's like almost 4
of views. But
Samsung
what did he
videos.
do? Well, he started dancing. Seriously, watch this. Aaron pretty much always starts his video landing in his seat, which gives it some energy. Then he points to the left and the scene moves.
Also, YouTube actually recommends you do the same, like, kind of thing over and over themselves as well.
With him, and then he points to the right and it happens again. And then items fly in from the side and he's catching props from above him and then pulling them out.
Austin also does that. Well, they actually throw the package on Austin's desk.
Out from below him. And his hands emphasize his points, and his body language paired with his calming voice gives it excitement without being too overpowering. And then his editor uses subtle movements, text and sound effects to complement this, and all of these things make it almost impossible to stop watching. There's always something new and fun happening, but it's never manic and it makes you smile. And
Yeah, not gonna lie, when I watch his videos, I give him at least 3 minutes of watch time.
that's because
at least.
Aaron's videos are choreography. And that's the thing about the best YouTubers in the world. What you see on camera is a show, which creates an experience
Yeah, that's what Mr. Beast does as well.
to the viewer that helps them connect with the creator on a much deeper
But it's very hard to do that consistently.
level
without a huge team
than words alone can achieve. And what I love about these two legends is they are proof that becoming a YouTuber isn't about being a natural showman, but developing the skills to become one. But that takes time. And even when you've mastered your communication skills, they alone won't grow your channel. Just like Aaron, you have to start to think outside of the box. But how do you do that?
And he didn't talk about making cuts every 2 to 3 seconds, which is he's actually doing for his YouTube video, basically.
Well, it starts by clicking this video, because next you want to combine these silent retention hacks with some viral storytelling techniques that are
another huge YouTuber that just popped out of nowhere, guys. We'll check out that video maybe in the future.